ask yourself, what did you right, what did you wrong? So I think I did two things at least right. First, I married this lady in the second row. 57 years we are married and still happy. And the second thing, what was right in my life, I think was that I pursued this exchange 1860 with 9212. This was something I almost lost to my heart, and I think this was the right thing to do. Now, about our district 1860, I think if you take our district, the more or less the square meters, I think they fill, our district fits into Nairobi. But to get from one end of Nairobi to the other end of Nairobi takes longer than to go in our district all around. So, diversity at home, that's our district. And we are, now, next slide please, we are in the heart of Europe.
DJ, as this is going on, I would like you to search for a song because I want to introduce no Kenyan culture where we take things down, isn't it? Are your knees okay? Are your knees okay? All right. As Paula does the needful for gifts, I want to say a few words in German. In my other life, I used to be and lived here, Germany, in Switzerland, and I learned Swiss German. I know it's like the Sheng of German, so even if I speak it, they will not get it. So, I written it down somewhere. Let me get it so that I can be able to tell the story in German. Also, vielen Dank für alle, die leben. Sie mit uns alle gereicht haben. Vielen Dank an unsere lieben Gastgeber. Ich sitze und Sie gemacht haben. Morgen die Freundschaften, die hier unseren Research enthalten und liebe alle for pride. Also, wir haben uns tanzen jetzt, oder? Yeah, we started, yeah. Also, we get started, huh? DJ.
Mama, she
have a project in Rarieda, which is the work of our fellow Rotarians with their cooperation since 2011. In total, there were 6 global grants, and I think we can give a small round of applause to our district and the Rotary Committee with us winning an award yesterday. So with this project, there is our German project manager called Michael and also our friend David, who are very active in this project. And I want to give you a small background about the organization, the NGO we're cooperating with in Rarieda, and then our new project called YES, where for the first time ever within this global grant, both Rotary and Rotaractors work together, and it's such a pleasure to be in this joint project. So this is our team, and on the next slide I want to introduce the NGO Rafiki to you. So Rafiki is an NGO funded over 20 years ago in Siaya County, Rarieda sub-county in Kenya, and its goal is to improve the life of children in that area. It's one of the poorest regions in Kenya. It has very high HIV and malaria rates, and it has grown big. You can see the building facilities there. It's meanwhile 3 administrative buildings, and it now also has its own training center, which is on the next slide. In this training center, the youth from that area who might not be able to finance their university or other kind of studies can go there and learn a really, really good handcraft job. So you see the list here, and I think we enable the youth there to be prepared for the future, and all of those jobs can bring them far in their life. So, in the next slide, our new, and as well, they have a business solution center where people can use computers, and next to it, a demo room where they show how to use sustainable agriculture, and hostels where the people, the students from the resource center can sleep. So the next slide are some pictures from a project, YES, Youth Empowered Solutions. As I told you, it's the first project in Rarieda which both Rotary and Rotaract goes together, and we have several main achievements with this project, and we of course also hope to win an award with Utumishi with this project next year. So what are we trying to achieve? First of all, I think the Rotaractors are somewhere else, but I think still the Rotarians can clap for that one. We founded a new Rotaract Club of Rarieda within this project. Then we have Street Business School to enable the youth and the people there to build up their own enterprise and their own business. And yes, in addition to that, we have Youth Health Ambassadors. So youth there are trained about topics like HIV, gender-based violence, and malaria, and many more topics, and they give their knowledge towards the community. And I think in total there's 20 or 30 youth health ambassadors, and they're really doing a great job. So I think that's enough from my side. It was a short introduction to the project, but there's a 1-minute video now which will give you some expressions and a nice feeling about the project itself.
YES is a youth-empowered solution. It's bringing youth together from across the globe, linking them with youth from a rural village in the western part of Kenya, and giving disadvantaged youth the chance to stand up and take their place in society. My name is Michelle Ostertag, and I am a trustee of Rafiki Womaendeleo.
It's all about service above self. That's why we'll forever be grateful to Sir Paul Harris for giving us this great gift to serve our world, to serve our nation. The Rotary Club of Rarieda is an organization, an activity, a club that recruits everybody willing to help, to support, and to bring a smile into someone's face. Hello everyone, my name is Rosmasi Aworopondo, the Rotary Club of Rarieda President.
Rotaractors!
Open!
Opportunity!
Yes! So that's the project. Asante sana.
Round of applause.
Another round of applause for Jonas Wengel. All right, and now it's my distinguished honor to welcome PDG Jeff Bamford to come and move a vote of thanks, and then we shall move on to a sponsors moment before our break for tea. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for PDG Jeff Bamford. Thank you.
My friends and family of Rotary, it gives me great pleasure to be standing up here to give the vote of thanks to our visitors. You might think I'm a funny-looking Kenyan, but I'm a Kenyan by choice. I was actually born in the UK, and I came here in 1970 and have never looked back. So I'm happy to be here and welcome you. I've also been to Rarieda. I also know Michelle Ostertag. She used to be in my Rotary Club. I came here thinking that I'd be here for a couple of years. And how long ago was that? The people who have various objects in their hand that can calculate things will know how long ago it was, but those of us who didn't have calculators at school know it off our head. So thank you very much indeed. We want you to come back. I've seen what you are doing and seen that we would like to come and see you too, because we'd like to teach you how to have fun. We're good at it, and we enjoy what we do. And for us, everything goes around in fun, making things happen. And so, thank you most of all. I would like to thank you and say, please come back as soon as you can. Thank you. Vigesh. Right. Okay, I'm told I'm also presenting some thank you. This is One Love with appreciation from the District Governor. Please. We've got a decent bit of music that will move.
From our sponsors, because today would not have been possible with the sponsors right now. KCB continually invests in deepening its sustainability agenda that is anchored on building a responsible business for the future, with a special focus on environmental, social, financial, and economic pillars. Now, as I conclude, if we can pull together and generate renewed momentum in the areas such as development and climate, we can reignite enthusiasm for multilateralism and all it has to offer. Standard Group, and from Standard Group we have Charles Karimbo Kimathi, and Charles is the head of Corporate Affairs and Partnership. Karibu sana.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that introduction. I must tell you, I think at this rate at the Standard Group, we will be beginning our board meetings and staff meetings with a dance. So the District Governor, distinguished Rotarians, all protocols observed, good morning. I want to begin by bringing you greetings from my group CEO, Mr. Ando Liomu, who is a great friend and supporter of Rotary. He could not attend, unfortunately, this meeting, this conference, but he asked me to please bring his greetings, and he is very, very passionate about everything that we are doing here. I am humbled to stand before you, these eminent persons and distinguished Rotarians. Now, the past 2 days have been an eye-opener for me and for my colleagues. If you don't interact regularly with Rotary, you don't really get to realize what powerhouse it is. In all respects, it's really a powerhouse. So I can assure you that you have met some of the friendliest, most passionate, mission-focused, and yet fun-loving people anywhere you can find, I think, in this region. We truly feel that we are among friends. For me, especially, I would say it is a great honor that you saw it fit that we should be your media partner. Not just for this conference, thank you very much, but for the long term, because indeed we have an agreement for the long term. We are committed to walking this journey with you, so that the excellent transformation of work that you are doing in the communities is amplified and publicized. And we publicize it to the whole world. Now, the candles that you light should not be put under the table. So we want to help you to hold these beautiful candles of service that you light through partnership right up there, so that the whole world can see them. At this juncture, I would like to introduce my colleagues who are with me here today. We are, of course, the Standard Media Group is a big organization. I'll be telling you a bit about that. But we have representatives here. I'll begin with Madam Nancy Nzao. Please stand up and wave. She's the Standard newspaper writer and has been with you since Sunday, actually during the flag of the cyclists in Nairobi. Thank you. Stephen Kahinga. He's a value-added services manager, and this is all digital now. Later on, we'll be using a ticketing platform that he has developed for registering for the One Love concert. I just want to mention the ticketing platform that we're going to use is really part of some of the many investments that we have made outside traditional media. Now, the e-paper, and I'm glad that now, I hope you've been able to access it. We'll be able to extend that offer once you log in. I think the team should be able to give you much longer access so that you're able to sample many of those products. Together and feel alright. Oh,
My brother, please pass my heartfelt thank you to Orlando team. And what you don't know about Standard Group, they have said that we need to tell more of our One Love stories. Now you have a media partner on TV, on newspaper, on radio, who are saying, give us your stories, we will tell the world. Now, Rotarians and Rotaractors, can we do that? Can we do that? Let's tell our One Love stories, so that we can inspire others to do good, so that we can attract more partnerships from our corporates and individuals, so that we are able to impact our communities indeed. Thank you so much, Standard Group, for your awesome support and commitment to our district. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. I can see we took the lessons of the 2-minute speech very well. KCB have been our partners for very many years as a district, and we want to honor you. Keep that lion roaring. And I'm hearing lowering. Thank you. And to Judith Odhiambo and her team, we say asante sana. Let us continue serving communities together with One Love. Thank you.
Thank you very much to our sponsors, KCB.
Good morning. Wapi chai? Madam, water chai? Good morning. Thank you. Rotary International President's personal representative, my friend Elizabeth, and Dean, District Governor Alex, your First Lady, beautiful Paula, my friends and family of Rotary, it's great to be here with you today. What an amazing couple of days we've had together, right? I don't think DG Alex heard that. Did we have great time yesterday and day before? I think he's about to hear that. It's really wonderful to see all of you in Diani, meeting old friends, learning, sharing new ideas, and just connecting and reconnecting. Thank you for all those friends who come up to us and said hello, and some of us don't remember each other, but we know you belong to Rotary and you are family. So thank you so very much. I'd like to take this opportunity, just a moment, as one of the trustees of the Rotary Foundation, to bring you greetings from the chair of the foundation, past President John Germ, and all the trustees of the Rotary Foundation. And to thank each and every one of you for your passion, for your dedication. You've given your time, you've given your expertise, and then you've contributed generously to the Rotary Foundation, which helps us invest in our communities to elevate our people. Friends, it is because of you, that, and your, of course, immense generosity, that we're able to save mothers during childbirth, something so natural. And they're still dying, but because of you, we're making a difference. Because of you, children are living beyond the age of 5. Because of you, we're, saving children from preventable diseases, and because of you, people are accessing health and education. So I want you to be appreciated by all the trustees of the Rotary Foundation, and thank you all for what you're doing and your immense generosity. Now, please allow me to focus on what I was really asked to do. You never give a mic to a PDG, they always take a little bit longer. So today I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Conference Chair, AAA, my dear friend, who has bestowed on me the singular honor and privilege to introduce a super lady, a very remarkable person. Today, friends, you're all in for an eye-opening, thought-provoking, and really a very, very interesting session. Our keynote speaker today is Dr. Engineer Marian Azar, who was appointed to the Egyptian Parliament by His Excellency President Abdel El-Sisi. Dr. Marian is the Chair of Technology and Innovations Committee, Financial Regulatory Authority. She's an advisor to the Minister of Communications and Information Technology. Friends, she has ranked as the top 10 speakers in Egypt and in that region, and we are truly privileged to have Dr. Azar with us today. She has spoken at many global events, and we have been fortunate to have her at the Rotary International Convention. The World Bank has benefited from her ideas, and this beautiful lady is an associate professor of the National Telecommunications Institute. She continues to hold numerous board-level positions in the field of emerging technologies and communications. She's held in great esteem and respected in the area of cybersecurity, politics, women and youth in science and culture, governance, in the area of peace and tolerance. Dr. Azar is a proficient author and a co-author of over 85 publications, and she still found time to come to us. Friends, allow me to let you know that today we are truly, truly privileged to have this rare gem of Africa amongst us. Of course, it's got to be a woman, right? Having heard her on several occasions, I can promise you, you are in for a great time. I have the pleasure and privilege of presenting to you one of my friends, very interesting person. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Dr. Marian Azar.
I have a real challenge. You raised the expectations. I don't know, I don't want to fall down with the expectations, but let me first say that the one love theme is really felt once you step Kenya. It's the one love. It's like, thank you for the Kenyan hospitality. Thank you, Dr. Gita, my dear sister and friend, Rotary International representative, Ms. Elizabeth, DJ Alex, my dear brother and his beautiful wife. It's an honor. I'm thrilled to be here with my brothers and sisters, our fellow Rotarians. We are proud to be Rotarians and will continue to serve. But let me welcome you my way. I want to say Karibu to you. So, and I forgot to say Abaria Subuho. If I stay some days in Kenya, I'll be talking. So I want to see who's from where. So let's see. We have people from Kenya, from Ethiopia, from Eritrea, and South Sudan, and other countries. So I will call upon the country. If you hear your name, so I want to hear a big clap. If I call upon women from Eritrea, you raise your left hand. Men from anywhere, you raise your right hand. Are you ready for the exercise? The rules are very well written. Women left hand, men right hand, the country both hands and clap. Ready? Okay, let's start the challenge. We will start by South Sudan. Country, clap. Yes, yes, we have the South Sudan. We will have women from Kenya. Left hands, yes, yes, yes. Ethiopia, the country, clap, 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 clap. Eritrea. Women from other countries like Germany, USA, and other countries, raise your left hands. Women, left hand. Men from South Sudan. Right hand. Okay. Men from Ethiopia. Right hand. Men! Where are the men here? Raise your right hand of the men. Let us see the women and their voices. Women! Oh! South Sudan as a country. Clap up. No South Sudan? Okay. Kenya! Kenya! Oh! Women and men! Why are women very slow to leadership, as you can see from the picture? There are some statistics that are important to see. The first one is the gender pay gap. There is still, at the 21st century, a gender pay gap between men and women. This is so frustrating. And in a survey done on American companies, in 500 companies, there were less women than the CEOs called David. Can you believe this? Another thing is the broken run. Like, we promote like 100 men, but we can promote 70 women, and a lot of other issues. If you see a spotlight on women leadership across the world, this is not Africa's problem, Egypt's problem, this is across the whole world. There is like, in 17 years, the number of women in parliament has only increased 10%, as you see. And guess what? 39% of the countries have the quota systems to include women by force. So this is like not a lot increased, bearing in mind that there was like more power for it. And in management, less than a third of the senior and middle management positions are for women. Though we have a very striking fact, 47% of the people are convinced that women should be leaders. So where is the problem? We still have in all the domains, in the politics, in judiciary, this purple is the women, public admins, even the environment and climate change, which is basically the responsibility of women, like everywhere at home and on farms. The number of women is underrepresented as a leader. So, simple mathematics, if you love mathematics, who loves mathematics? Thank you. So if we exclude 50% of the population, Are you guessing why you can't find the talent pool? This is simple mathematics. This is very simple. We have a read issue. This was another video that equal access to government is better societies. More women in governments accelerates development. Women are good innovators and change agents. We know this, right? More female parliamentarians means better policies, better working environment. So this is about women. What can women do? Women are interdisciplinary, they are multitasking, they are creative. So the next question would be, why are there barriers for women to be leaders? Let's see this. And I'll show you like one of my favorite videos. Unfortunately, it's sound free. I hope it works. So why? Look at this photo. Like you have the women climbing with a lot of things to after, and the men are climbing very fastly. Do you know what women opportunities at work look like? Have you ever suffered from discrimination? Women, can you answer? Have you ever suffered or seen someone suffering from discrimination at work? Yes. Men, can I ask you this? Have you ever seen a colleague woman who is suffering from discrimination? Yes? So, look at this. What does gender inequality at work look like? So, hello gentlemen, please take the escalator if you wish. Ladies, up the stairs for your fitness and diet, of course. The path to leadership is too slow, but they are fit. Gents, can you take the escalator? We don't want to cause you trouble. Ladies, take the stairs, please. Look at them. Ladies, the stairs, please. Why can't you understand the escalator is not for you? And they are enjoying it, as you can see. Look at the enjoyment. The gender pay gap is a lot. Up the escalator, ladies, take the stairs, please. She's like upset, but she said nothing. Carrying a lot. And look at that, he had the courage to find a lady with a stroller and tell her what? Up the stairs, please. He's a gentleman, of course. It's just the way it is. Look at that. If this is an African lady or Egyptian lady, she would have told him, please carry this for me and go up. So what do you think of this video? What did you notice on the expression, if we want to analyze this? What did you notice? We noticed that men said nothing, and this is not good out of solidarity. If you see someone underprivileged and you can help, you can do something. We saw a woman doing what? Yeah, an expression. Did she talk to him? Did women gather together and go to him and ask him for help, or go to the men and ask them to help? No. There was something positive in this video. Did you see anything positive? Excuse me? Yeah, the woman who helped the other woman for the stroller. There is some solidarity there in the worst case. So things are happening now. There are a lot of barriers, but amongst the barriers, as we said, the equal opportunities. You know, the first slide, this is equality. You give the same thing to everyone, but this is not an equal opportunity because the needs are different. Here it's equity. You give the same opportunity to everyone and you customize for the needs. This is something we are looking for. So the first thing is the unequal opportunities that we were talking about. The uncertainty and doubt about the capabilities of women. This is another thing. And the glass cliffs. What do we mean by this? We mean that sometimes we assign opportunities for women and we say, oh, we're giving her the opportunity to work in this place from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. She has all the right. but it's a high risk in a rural place, for example. So giving an opportunity at least. One of the interesting statistics that they went to women and asked them, okay, at your organization they are very vocal. They said, we support women, we will help women, and they advertised for it. And at that point, they asked the women, did they do something for you as a support? 24% said, yeah, they did something, but almost 75%, nothing, not that I know of. So sometimes people are more vocal, but they don't do. They don't do what they promise to do. So again with the why, we have like a panoramic view. But let's read, your experts in reading that. What's this? Can you read this? This is harder, right? Did someone get it? Should I say it? It's stereotyping. It's stereotyping. Really good careers, an equal opportunity employer. This is the stereotype. And stereotyping, like there is, women think it's not their place, it's stereotype, it's for men. So they are reluctant to speak in meetings, even in interviews. And guess what? They have the tendency to discount their own evaluation. This is what women do to themselves, the barrier of stereotyping. This video was supposed to tell you about the different communication styles of men at the boardrooms. The men, when they talk, everybody listens. Women, when they talk, sometimes they talk very softly so that no one hears. And they talk very quickly and they cut their conversation. So what can we do to help them? Another strong woman can take what she said, or a strong man, a real man, can take what they said and say, she said an interesting idea, why don't we listen to her? Give her some encouragement, some power. We need to empower each other. So break the stereotype and be a role model. What's this? The second that, oh, you were ready for it. Mindset, thank you very much. So we have a mindset. Ambassadors of peace, love and care. It's too low for you. We can raise up. Promoting peace, fighting disease, mothers and children, and education, local economies, and sanitation. Fight for disclosures, use innovation. Again, promoting clap. Fighting disease, mothers and children, and education, local economies, and sanitation. Fight for disclosures, use innovation. Faster, Rotarians, ambassadors of peace, love and care. Guide Rotary everywhere, spreading inclusion in the air. Rotarians, ambassadors of peace, love and care, promoting peace, fighting disease, mothers and children, and education, local economies, and sanitation. Fight for disclosures, use it. Can you stand up? Can you stand up and dance and sing together? I want to hear the voice of men before, and then women, and then all together. When I say men, let's start. 1, 2, 3. Rotarians and best. Rotary with everywhere, spreading inclusion in the air. Together, of peace, love, and care. Women Rotarians, ambassadors of peace, love, and care. A round of applause for Dr. Diani for that inspiring presentation on women in leadership. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you so much. Very inspiring presentation right there. Another round of applause. I do agree, being a mother myself and an MC and a corporate employee, so I do agree, it's quite a battle climbing those stairs for a woman. Okay, without further ado, because we are running short in time, we'd like to invite PDG Richard Omuela to PDG Richard to give a brief introduction of our next speaker, Madra Geoffrey Michael. A round of applause to PDG.
Family and friends of Rotary, I'm just glad I'm not the next speaker. And in our next conferences, please, when we have a speaker of this magnitude, a speaker of this size, let us speak last so that we go away with those memories. Just in case someone might spoil those good moments that we just had. Congratulations, well done. I'm not the one giving the vote of thanks for you, thank God. I hope someone will do and do you great honor for what you've done today. We will go away with a lot of memories, but if I just do a small exercise, men, please stand up. All men in the room, please stand up. Okay. Men only, men only. Okay, you may sit down. Can I have the women in the room stand up? I think you got the answer. Women are taking over Rotary, whether we like it or not. That was not what I was supposed to do. Mine is a very simple task. I've been given the shortest bio ever to introduce a speaker. The shortest bio ever. The name is Madra Geoffrey Michael. He's from RC Juba. He's currently the member of Rotary Community Cause representing South Sudan. And previously he had past assistant governor for Juba Clubs 2020-2021 and past president of RC Juba 2019-2020. And he has written here that Rotary is passionate to serve community according to him. That's the shortest bio I've ever heard to introduce anyone. But Michael, please come forward and give your address. Thank you. Put your hands together for Madra Geoffrey Michael from RC Juba, South Sudan. Karibu sana.
The Special Representative, District Governor, all the PDGs in the House, District Governor-elect, District Governor nominee, designate, all our guests, and Rotarians, good afternoon. I came to make some requests to all of you, but I want to make a short brief about our country, South Sudan. Mistakenly, very many of you are still calling us Sudan. Few of you still call us Southern Sudan. We are South Sudan. We have the smallest clubs in this district, only 4. Only 4 clubs. But these 4 clubs, they are doing very wonderful work, very strong. And we are chartering 1 club to make it 5 this May. So on May 28, I invite all of you to be online. We shall have a league, and DG will be there. Patrick Kopat, the past district governor, will be there to officiate the chartering. So all of you are welcome to have a new club so that we have 5 clubs in South Sudan. We are living in a different environment, but working together with the District 9212. Our country is full of conflict, destruction, and suffering. And today, I'd like us to work together in one thing. Supporting a center for children who are orphans, who are picked from the street, who are picked from war from, gathered in one place, staying for the past 12 years in one camp. Some of them are reunited with their families, not really exact parents, but their families or relatives in the due course of the 12 years. But some of them are still orphans in the center. And Rotary Club of Juba has been a partner working with the orphanage for about 7 years. This is the 8 years. PDG Jeff Bamford has been in that center. DGE Azap has been in that center. DG Alex has been in that center. And of reason, they are in a temporary shelter. The land is given by the church to host them for the past 10 years, and the church now wants their land. After putting a lot of structure in the church land. So as partners, we were informed, and we ran out of option to see how we can relocate these children to another better place. DG Alex and DG Azap have seen the new place. Together, we are coming to you as Rotarians of District 9212 to help us help these children to have shelter. They don't have parents. They are being taken care of. We have been their partners, helping them in water and sanitation. Rotary Club of Juba put a borehole in their compound, put some sanitary facilities, also brings them food. And DG Alex plus DGE Azap, they have donated food ratio in one of their visits. I'm asking you for resources. At a different level, you can give it at your own level. Let's support the kids. They are the future of the country. They are victims of the war without choice. But I know people of action, Rotarians, can do something. That's why I'm here, asking your help on behalf of these children. I have given out some pen drive flask to some of you already, and I'm going to give more to all of you. It has all the proposal document, the structure we want to put, the water system, and non-construction materials. You can choose whatever you can do. It's not a must we raise the whole money from here. We're also raising money from elsewhere, from other friends of Rotary. And we are going to Houston also to raise money from RI Convention. So this is just the beginning. Together, I know we can do it. I know Rotarians, together we can do it. I have a video to really show you how the kids are, how we are managing them. We are not really the top management, but we are the partners working with the organization taking care of these children. So,
children out of conflict. Briefly, we call it CCC. CCC was established 12 years ago by local volunteers and a Ugandan lady by name Catherine, who was also a humanitarian worker in South Sudan. Initially, the idea was to provide a drop-in center once a week. Unfortunately, when they did some research, it was found that the number of children on the streets were very many, both girls and boys, and the girls were not visible at all. But many of the girls were working in the local restaurants. Once it was started as a one-week drop-in center, the number of kids coming to Kathy's house in the residential area increased. Kathy then came to the Episcopal Church of South Sudan and requested for a piece of land to relocate the children in her residential compound to a bigger space. The church was very kind enough to provide the current space we are in, and for the last 10 years, CCC has been operating from here. The children that come to CCC are mainly orphans, separated children, especially between the 2013 and 2016 civil war in South Sudan. And as the war developed, different kinds of cases were brought in. Kids that are abandoned, kids that were abducted, kids that are disputed, kids that have been raped or are experiencing neglect within their household, or GBV issues. So when this space was provided, the volunteers decided to start 3 programs. One program is to accommodate the kids to remain within the orphanage. They will access medical services, psychosocial support, and also they were provided schooling in the schools nearby. This program was admired by UNICEF, and they funded the program for nearly 7 years within the premises. Good well-wishers, good friends to CCC begin to construct the houses that now we see around: dormitory, bore water holes, pit latrines, dining rooms, and piles for playing during the evening times. After some time, the church has developed a university, Episcopal Church University. They want the space that they have provided for us to be annexed to the university because they want to create a school of law. This means CCC has to relocate. The church has already passed its word. They would like the School of Law to be established here. We have no quarrels with that. We thank them very much for hosting us for the last 10 years. We have found a space quite larger than where we are now. We intend to move, but that space has not been developed. And yes, we need to move forward. But as an orphanage, the funding has been drying up. Even UNICEF that has been supporting us for the last 7 years can no longer do so. And when UNICEF cannot help at this moment in time, it's very, very serious issue. We have to fall back on our friends who wish us to help and support the new project that we are about to embark. This will enable the kids to remain with us until they are of age or until we are able to trace their families, reunite them with their families. Otherwise, the negative impact will be that these kids would have to go on the street if the church seriously wants to have the place by December or by July this year. And then we will have invested and our efforts would have gone astray. The kids that we thought would be our future would go back to square one where we picked them. Our appeal is in this convention, well-wishers, friends of CCC, to support us to mobilize resources in kind or in cash to enable us construct dormitories for these kids, wash facilities, dining room and places of worship, because the space is huge, to ensure that our kids are relocated to a safer and protected environment. Thank you.
So that's the video. Where is that detail stamp for the banks? This is a true story. This is not a fiction. This is not a drama. This is a true story. And those are the details. If you wish to help, the details are there, and I will share it further so that everybody has the gifted to give. So, I rely on you so that we support these children. I know you have the ability to connect, link your friends or donors to us so that we improve the livelihood and the future of these children. Because they have no option, we are the option as of now. I'm asking you because you are a mother, you feel the pain of a child. I'm asking you because you are a father, you know how to father a child. I'm asking you because you are an aunt or a sister. At least you have a child in your house. You know how good to take care of them. I'm asking you again because you are a brother, you are an uncle, you are a human being and a Rotarian who can improve the life of a child who is of a need. So thank you very much. If you can support this initiative, I'm very happy, and we will be very happy. We continue to partner together to see that these children are in better shelter. Lastly, I know, now I'm going out, not on this. Rotarians from South Sudan are wishing to climb to the leadership of the district. I know PDG Joe team asked me some years back about this, and today I want to pronounce we are really vying for this position after Joe Kamau, we are coming on board. And we need your support. Rotarian from Juba, South Sudan, please rise up. Rise up. Rise up. Rise up. So, this is a done deal. We don't need to change. Thank you very much. I've taken more than allocated.
Round of applause.
Round of applause for Mr. Moderator for that. All right, Mr. DJ. Good job on what you were doing in Juba with those children. That was a really moving video. And we will support you. Okay, so let's make sure that that information for the bank, details, what they have for the appeal is made available for everyone. It is now my distinguished honor to welcome PDG Joe to come and do the introduction for our next presentation, which is slotted for about 10 minutes. Please, next presenter, take only 10 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, PDG Joe Oti.
Our district governor, president's the Rotary president's personal representative, fellow Rotarians and friends, good afternoon. When I say ka-ching, you say? When I say kaboom, you say? Ka-ching? Kaboom? Kaboom, ka-ching, kaboom? My goodness, the drinks last night had an effect on you for sure. There was I heard a story about a flight, the first flight that was going to fly across the seas unmanned. So in order to launch it, they invited a number of managing directors to be on this inaugural flight. Now these managing directors came in their limousines and everything, and they sat in this flight and were waiting for it to take off. And the flight attendant came and said, "Welcome to the inaugural flight that was going to fly in the air unmanned. But before we take off, I'd like to let you know that this was designed by the IT department." And guess what? All the managing directors left the plane, right? No faith in the IT department, they left the plane, apart from one. So when the flight attendant asked this managing director who had remained behind why he remained behind, he says, "Well, if the IT department designed this, it's not even going to take off." The man that I am going to introduce right now has spent 30 years in IT, working for IBM. He's currently the president and the vice chairman of Project Mercy, which is a US registered organization, non-profit organization that is designed to eliminate poverty in rural communities. It started its work about 45 years ago, and for the last 29 years has worked exclusively in Ethiopia. After a long association, Bete Demeke had worked with Project Mercy as a volunteer and on the board, and he took a 2-year sabbatical leave from IBM to serve full-time, and eventually he moved over and joined the organization and has worked with the organization ever since. He retired from IBM to join Project Mercy. So his last post was as the vice president of software in IBM's growth market headquartered in Shanghai, China. And he was responsible for a multi-billion dollar business with employees in more than 140 countries. He has a bachelor's degree in science, bachelor's of science degree in business administration and system analysis, and a master's degree in management from the Kellogg School of Management from Northwestern University in the U.S. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm round of applause to Bete Demeke.
Develop young people. And it's a joy because you're talking with young people, you're thinking young on things like fresh vegetable and things like that. Water is another big problem. So it's our responsibility to contribute into that. There is a small clinic if they need it. So we are really happy family. Ethiopia is a rich soil country. Ethiopia is a blessed country.
I will say my thanks in a different order. PG Joe, thank you for setting the expectation relatively low. Good afternoon, everyone. It is an honor for us to be here, and it's also an honor for us to have hosted DJ Alex as well as our brothers and sisters from the Rotary in Ethiopia, Rotarian Filfil, Zerihun, Aster, and Tigris, who came to visit us and then invited us to come and participate. So we're very much happy to be here with you. For my short message today, I'd like to talk about lessons we've learned in this work around integrated rural community development. And I read somewhere that I read recently that your Rotary International President, Shah Mata, said for the 2021 and 2022 Rotary theme, serve to change lives. So this lessons we've learned, I'd just like to offer it up to you as points that you may consider as Rotarians around the world and in this district as you work to serve lives. Basically, the 3 points are: partnerships are critical, the holistic approach is fruitful and impactful, and a management system is required. But first, let me just do a quick introduction of the lady you saw on that video, who is her son, and those of us from Ethiopia probably know that she is a woman leader. Marta Gebrtsadik, thank you. Marta Gebrtsadik and Demeke Teklewold are the co-founders of Project Mercy. Project Mercy was founded, it will be 45 years ago this September. It was initially founded as an aid organization working with refugees. Then it transformed into a development organization working in rural community development. And the vision of the organization is renew the heart of a nation. And the heart of the nation are the children of the nation by helping to pluck out poverty. Just one other line to put this in perspective. This organization started with refugee relief because we ourselves, by the way, those are my mother and father. Actually, there are 12 of us, so they're mothers and fathers of 12 of us. We, in 1975, came to Kenya for the first time, having escaped Ethiopia as refugees. We owe a great amount of debt to the country of Kenya and to the Kenyan people for having taken us in and given us a chance. So you have a part in this. I said three things are important. Partnership with the community is a critical ingredient. Why? Because it helps and it works better if they, the community, they set the priorities, make the first investment, they run the operations, and they will be the ones to own and sustain it. I'm not going to spend too much time on this chart because I'm going to give you some subpoints and examples that go after this. So let's start with holistic. When Marta first went to this community in 1992, 1993, this community had moved from the northwestern part of Ethiopia to the central part of Ethiopia in the 9th century. Not the 19th century, in the 9th century. This community never had a school, they never had a clinic. So their first request to MARTA was that they need a school and they need a clinic. MARTA asked the normal question, which is, we'll be willing to work with you to do that, but what are you willing to contribute? And the community said they'll contribute two things. One is that they'll contribute the land, and two, that they'll contribute some of their labor. Of course, they'll have to be paid for the rest of their labor. And that was agreed. So, started to try and build a school and clinic. And Marta and the team ran into the first one, which is lack of skills. Because this is a farming community. Modern buildings have not been built. So in order to do that, we have to start to work on skills. So the first thing that was built into skills was a fence. Just a fence. Basically how to dig the ditch, make it straight line, mix the cement with the sand, with the water, cut the stones, and actually build a fence. After that, the rest of the school, the clinic, were built, but there's a new problem. With a school and a clinic in a rural community, we need to bring in teachers and nurses and doctors. And they can't come into a rural village unless they have proper housing. So, in addition to that, proper housing was built. The school started, and the next problem appeared. The children come to school in the morning, they haven't had breakfast. And they don't bring lunch. So there needs to be some way for these children to be able to get educated. There needs to be a school meal program. The school meal program started. But we feed the kids 5 days a week, breakfast and lunch. What happens on the weekends? What happens on the long holidays? So we must propagate this knowledge out to the community. So the farming community, we didn't teach them how to farm, but started teaching them and propagating basic skills on how to produce improved nutrition. The clinic got oversubscribed, needed to build a hospital. When the hospital got built, a new set of issues started to appear, which is birthing mothers that have never had the proper care are coming to the hospital with significant issues. So we added a maternity home. At the school, we still grew, added a kindergarten. The school still grew, added a hospital, added a high school, and it gave us the opportunity to also start a health science college to train midwives. And then we tied everything together with infrastructure like roads and clean water. So, there you have the model. The integrated, holistic model. Education, health, food security, economic empowerment, and infrastructure. Now, you saw the drone pictures. Before the drone pictures was what you see here on the top left-hand side. So, what happens in these programs? So fast forward to today. There are 1,900 students in that school. You can see the charts and you can read them. There's school meal program, annual physical exams, shoe distributions. But the last important point is the fact that there are now 6 schools where there was only 1. I get a lot of questions about sustainability. Sustainability in part is for sure finding the funds. But the other part of sustainability is actually expanding the programs so there are others that have come along and are offering the kinds of services that need to be offered. As I said, the college is teaching midwives.
My district governor, the Rotary International President's personal representative, Trustee Gita, past district governors, fellow Rotarians, family and friends, good afternoon once again. We've had an excellent presentation this afternoon, or presentations this afternoon. Don't you agree? Yeah. Right, yeah. You know, even the guys who were drinking like crazy last night agree. They're paying attention. Anyway, so, you know, Dr. Miriam Azza, thank you so much for that presentation. I heard you at the Institute, I heard you at the International Convention, and it's just always a pleasure to hear your words of inspiration, your experience. I was so delighted that you could make it all the way from Egypt to spend time with us here today. You know, and of course you've met a lot of our luminaries. Oh no, hang on. I think what we'll do is allow me to, we'll all get them out at the same time. You've met a number of our luminaries. The Mama Hurricane, also known as Nalongo, the mother of twins. She was the last district governor of the large district that gave birth to the 2 districts. And now one of the other districts has also become split into 2. So the power and influence of Dr. Gita Manik is definitely something that we are proud of in our district. So talking about women in leadership, we certainly have our examples. We have our example in our district governor-elect, Azim, who has a wonderful year ahead and has made a tremendous effort to ensure that there's more women leadership in this district. So let's give our district governor-elect Azim a round of applause. So your words indeed very inspirational, and indeed I think will carry our district forward. There's other women leaders that I could mention that I've worked with and are good friends of mine, like Sally Kitoho. Sally, we can't wait for you to put your papers in. Am I right? Yeah? Okay, let's just get some encouragement for that. People like Janet Basharia. We have we have a tremendous number of very powerful and influential ladies. And so here are some of the interesting facts. The first is that in our politics and administration, there is already a 30% gender rule, right? So as a country, we're already taking steps in affirmative action. But here's where it gets interesting. In Rotary, globally, we have the distribution between men and women globally in Rotary is 25%. Now, do you know what it is in our district? It's 50%. It's 50%. So we're already making strides with women in leadership. And you know what this actually means, right? Because we've been moved, the numbers have been growing. When I was district governor, it was 42%. 2 district governors later, and it's our district governor, Alex, that has achieved this. It's come to 50%. So that means that in the next few years, no less than every second governor will be a lady. So thank you so much for your kind words. We really, really appreciate it. Let's give a warm round of applause. Another show of appreciation to Dr. Miriam Azza. Madra Joffrey, I guess let's call him an FDG for now. Future district governor. Do I hear love from South Sudan? All right, okay. When I made my district governor visits, his club, the Rotary Club of Juba, was the first club that I visited. And these guys, they set expectations high. Why? Because at that district governors meeting, they inducted 10 new members. And this was definitely the work of Madra, who was president at the time. So Madra, you've definitely defined yourself as a man of action. And in this project, the Confident Children Center, if this project is to work, it is only through your leadership that it will work. Let's give a show of appreciation to Madra Duffy, past president of the Rotary Club of Juba. And indeed, Betsy Demeke, thank you so much for a wonderful presentation, very distinguished. And I now have a much higher impression of people who worked in IT. And definitely, I think we know where it comes from. I mean, with 12 children, you definitely have a very woman in leadership in your family. She's strong in many more ways than one. Let's just give Demeke a wonderful round of applause. And I just love the way you ended your presentation, where if life has a way of reminding and encouraging us to keep doing good. And I think that when I listened to your presentation, and coming immediately after Geoffrey's presentation, I actually think you found a solution for him. Indeed, hasn't he? Right? And the PDG Capital Bank was pointing that out to me, saying that let's just start with one of these gardens. Let's start to create economic empowerment for these kids. And this is one way of them being able to raise additional funds for the project. So it was wonderful to hear all these presentations together. I would, and at this point, I maybe have to say that when you put a hand into a district governor's, a microphone into a district governor's hand, you have to fight for it. You have to fight it out of his hands. A past district governor. So, but I'd like to ask the presenters to please come forward. And may I ask the district governor to come forward so that he may give forward or present some gifts to them. May I ask Dr. Miriam Nazar to please come forward? And as the district governor hands over, the gifts to Miriam, let's show one love energy. One round of applause for Dr. Miriam. And this is a gift to past President Geoffrey. Geoffrey. Let's show one love energy. Thank you very much, Geoffrey, for your presentation. And finally, last but not least, Betsy Demeke for a wonderful presentation. Okay, could we have a group photograph of the three of them? The three presenters and the district governor. Let's show one love energy as this goes on. Thank you very much. So, yes. So you're almost like a past district governor.
I just thought of bringing something with me from Egypt to my dear brother, the district governor. This is the famous papyrus, Egyptian papyrus. It's made from a plant that grows across the river Nile, and it's handmade. This is the king who was fighting in the war. And our dear district governor fought this year and increased the number of women and made a lot of effort during the challenging year of COVID. So I would like to give the souvenir to him and his beautiful wife, Peter.
Good afternoon, Rotarians and friends. There's a famous story in Kenya about this guy who hired a guard, like a watchman. and he gave him instructions that nobody should get into these gates. And then he went out, and then he came back, and he found the watchman, and the guy said nobody should enter into this gate, including the guy who gave the instructions. The reason I'm saying this, we have a very tight program, we are running 2 hours behind. If you have 10 minutes, it's 10 minutes. We have instructed the mic people, you get a warning at 1 minute, speakers, please, you get a warning at 1 minute, 15 seconds before you get another warning saying 0 minutes, and then the mic will just go off. We don't fight for mics, just switch the ball. But the point I'm making is that this includes none other than the guy who gave me the instructions. You know who he is.
DG, Rotary International President's Personal Representative, Trustee Gita, past DRRs, and we have one of them being a guest from Uganda, from District 92, 13 and 14. This guy's weird. He's a Rotarian in 9230 and a Rotaractor in 9214. It's confusing. Past DRRs, past district governors, DRR elect Lydia, DRR nominee Nancy, DGE Azeb, DGN Leonard, DGND Joe. We have very many Joes in Rotary. Rotaractors, including someone I met 2 years ago at Sunshine Rally, come all the way from Germany, South Sudan, Ethiopia, Uganda, Kenya. Rotarians, good afternoon. My first ever district conference, like I said yesterday, was in Kisumu in 2017. The awards dinner was very interesting. My first Rotaractor awards dinner, so I had no idea what was going on. I sat in the back, and all I would do was either heckle or just tell stories with the, they said the Rotary percentage of membership is at 50-50 for our district, and that's lovely. For Rotaract, it's about 75% women. So I was chatting with one of the 75% and not listening to what was going on. So what happened was they called me up on stage. It was awards night. And they said it was an award for new generations, for a club that had done really well at new generations. And I went up, pitched the envelope, did a little bow, and left. It turns out I was being given the award to reveal and give the actual winner. That district conference was in Kisumu. I had to run home to my family, to my granddad, and then come back to Nairobi. When I got back to Nairobi then, in 2017, I was president of my club, Multimedia University. Not you guys, okay, some of you are in you, so you can move. Under the guidance of Rotary District, I got back, finished being president, and then as PDG Joe says, when you get these requests, you don't say no. You just say yes. So I said yes to being District Public Image Director. I said yes to being Strategy and Planning Chair. I said yes, eventually, to being DRR. The funny thing is with saying yes to someone suggesting you should vie for something in which they then vote for you, it's weird because you've been asked to vie and then you could lose, and I did lose. And then I won. What we set out to do this year was to build Rotaractors, to get them to step up to the plate, to challenge themselves and the world around them, and to challenge Rotarians to mentor Rotaractors. And we wanted to explore new ways of telling this story, to explore new ways of using a data-driven approach to really measure our impact. And so what we did was our district treasurer and our district secretary, Derek Adang and Elijah Sawe, set up an online reporting system, which we used to determine the gifts we gave yesterday.
But what we learned about it in real time was that if Rotaractors, and here is where I challenge them, if Rotaractors reported what they did, we would tell an amazing story. If Rotaractors reported the membership they gained this year, because we only got this by calculating, we would have been celebrating 1,208 new Rotaractors in this district. Those are the members who joined the various clubs. But according to my Rotary, this is where you stop clapping, we only gained 237 new Rotaractors. If Rotaractors reported what they did on my Rotary, you'd know that this year we have raised just under $7,000 to the Rotary Foundation. Passing by $2,000 our previous mark set by PDR. But instead, on the report, it doesn't quite say that. I say this with the RI President's personal representative and Trustee Gita here, that we appreciate the work being done by RI to include Rotaractors, because for the first time since next year, we will actually be able to report our boards to my Rotary, and they will have access to all that information. Rotaractors, take advantage, step up to it. We chartered 4 new clubs with an average membership of 35 each. That's probably where the 237 comes from. We have 2 clubs in formation currently, and DG, you challenged us to get 15 Rotaractors to qualify for your matching. By the time we were having the awards dinner, you had 4. By this time today, we have 8. 8 new Rotaractors qualifying for EHF matching. We shall recognize them again at the dinner towards the end of the year. Rotaractors made a bold decision, because I challenged Rotaractors. I told Rotaractors, there's no way you guys can raise $1,000 in 2 weeks for TRF. We've been asking you to raise the same amount for years. And they said, okay, put your money where your mouth is, or maybe put your hand. So I did. I told Rotaractors, you've never seen me bald, you've never seen me without my beard. I am going to shave it off. If you raise $1,000 in 2 weeks, they raise $1,500 out of spite. In Ethiopia, Rotaractors have been cleaning and rehabilitating a river. Debo, good people, and other Rotary clubs, with the collaboration of 5 Rotary clubs. So this year we also increased Rotary-Rotaract collaboration. In Kenya, picking a small example out of tree planting instead of just saying the numbers, in one afternoon, Rotaractors from Karura, Malindi, Mombasa, Youth Zone, and 6 other clubs planted 15,000 mangroves. He said he wanted a 500 participant rider, and good Lord, we had a difficult time getting that off the ground. We started with an online rider with 120 attendees. And then we realized Raila Kenya physically was going to be a challenge due to COVID. So we decided to shift the model. We said, the conference-like thing, let's take it to the One Love PCA. Let's take Rotaractors to the park to learn from each other. 200 Rotaractors came to John Wishuki Park when we had Raila in the park. So now we are at 320, and then 60 Rotaractors in Ethiopia organized and held the first Raila Ethiopia since 2017 in person. I am very happy to see PDR Arabeni here, because he was the RR when the last Raila Ethiopia was on. But I'd like to take this moment to recognize a few people who are kind of like me. So this moment is for the introverts, who people don't think are introverts, who people will deny are introverts. The people who love people but need to be alone sometimes. The people who get anxiety attacks. Thank you. You never want one cause. You said your prayers. Amen. 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 Come on.
Oh, thank you, my family of Langata. Thank you, Rotarians, Rotaractors, for all the love. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you our Rotary International Personal Representative, Elizabeth Usovich, to please come and give her closing remarks for this remarkable conference. DJ, this is a dancing fellowship. Elizabeth, you come through your hands up. Let us give a great cheer, Rotarians!
I'm going to make all of you and the Sergeant at Arms very happy. I will be brief. Before I begin, I just want to note that I knew about One Love before I arrived, but I didn't know about the one leg. Now I do. They go together. Let's consider all protocols observed except for this one. Governor Alex and Paula. And this is the one. My dear brothers and sisters and friends in the Rotary family, thank you. Thank you. Last night was the best awards dinner that I have ever attended. I saw the best flag ceremony I have ever seen. You have the coolest changemaker governor in the world. And you blessed me with the best aides in the entire Rotary world. Eric and Margaret Kimani took great care of me, and Dean. Although they kept losing Dean, but I'm not sure what was going on there. I am so impressed with the energy, the culture of giving and generosity, the joy, and your power to make change. It's alive in this space, in this conference, in this District 9212. It is wonderful. It's said in Rotary that Rotary enhances our best selves. And your best selves are here, and I will tell you, your best selves are beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. You have unique gifts. Each one of you have unique gifts and talents that you bring to Rotary and to Rotaract, and it makes you strong. Yesterday, I had expressed my reasons for being a Rotary member, and I mentioned a global scholar, a Rotary global scholar who had inspired me. And I said, I see your hearts. Now, your district spans 4 countries. And before I go into that, I would like to say this. Good leaders own their mistakes. And so I will correct one from yesterday. Those 4 countries are Kenya, Eritrea, South Sudan, and the country of your next governor, Ethiopia. 4 countries dozens of languages, cultural differences, a rich diversity of people, of ages, of ethnicities, and yet you work within those differences and through those differences with joy and great dance moves and laughter. And you participate joyfully in finding the solutions to the problems of our world. That is a great gift, and you give that gift to the world. I thank you for that. And I see in your leader, Alex, in next year's leader, Azeb, in DGN Leonard, and DGNN Joe, great leadership moving forward. And I said that Dean and I see your hearts. And yesterday, after I spoke, your DRR said to me, as I expressed my thanks as I could in multiple languages, he said, "Thank you for trying." And I appreciated that. So today, I'm going to try again. So, with one love, Asante Sana. Shukran. Amase Ganale. Ni heshima kuwa. Okay. Ni heshima kuwa nai. With that, I would like to ask your Governor Alex to come up and accept a very small gift, very small in comparison to the hospitality we have received here, a gift from Dean and me. Now, I'll let him share these gifts later if he likes, but I will tell you that one is to dress up his car, although I assume his car is very dressed up. One is a personal selection of Kansas City jazz. Kansas City is famous for jazz, and that was selected by the man who will not be a DJ, a Dean, but we hope you enjoy the music from our city. And the other has the initials, it's apparel, and it has the letters KC on it. Now, KC could stand for Kansas City, but it could also stand for King of Multinational Cleaning Companies. It could also stand for Kenya Cares. And it could also stand for Kenya Can. You can, and you will, and you are the best of Rotary.
Diverse hobbies, and that include farming, hiking, jogging, golf, amongst others. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you our District Governor nominee, Dr. Joe Kamau. You can do better than that for your DGNN. Dr. Joe, you have an army behind you in Nairobi East, the coolest club in town. We honor you and congratulations to you as you prepare to serve this great district. Now, I have a special message from your family, and I'd like to request the production team to please play that.
Rotarians, my name is Joe, coming to you from Ontario, Canada. On behalf of the family, I would like to congratulate my dad on his nomination as a district governor nominee designate. We're very proud. Hello, Rotarians. My name is Joe, coming to you from Ontario, Canada. On behalf of the family, I would like to congratulate my dad on his nomination as a district governor nominee designate. We're very proud of his achievement and confident that he'll continue to lead Rotarians in their continuous service to their communities. Thank you to Rotarians for electing my dad in this very important position. On behalf of the family, we commit to give him the support he needs. Personally, I've been very fortunate to attend the Rotary International conventions in Atlanta and Toronto, where I met a number of Rotarians. I look forward to seeing you all in Houston. Once again, thank you.
Let us appreciate Joe's son on behalf of the Kabao family. Now, the man of the hour, I present to you the mic for you to get your acceptance speech going.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Rotarians. Thank you, all my friends. Ripa, Elizabeth, DG, Trustee Gida, PDGs, fellow Rotarians and friends, good afternoon. I want to start by thanking all of you for nominating me in this position of DGND. I'm extremely excited, I'm honored, and I'm humbled for this position. My Rotary journey started 10 years ago when I was inducted in the coolest club in the district, Nairobi East. And my president and my mentor then is our district treasurer, George Mathenge. 4 years later, I was the president of Nairobi East. Again, I want to thank my mentor and my DG then, Richard Amoyle. He gave me a very tough, on top of being a president, he gave me a very tough task to do his signature project, which was medical camps, Coast, Mount Kenya, and Nairobi, which with the assistance of many Rotarians and the presidents of that year was very successful. Thank you, PDG. I thought that was it, and I was looking forward to do my presidency and relax. And a few months later, I was approached by PDG Peter Boy. He requested me, he actually asked me to become his DCA chair. That was for the year 2018. And this time he's requesting me, it was my third quarter of being a president, and I was in clashes. just a bad accident. So me thinking I'm finishing my presidential remarks, I was given more responsibilities. The year after, 2019, Jeff Bamford, PDG, is he here? Again, he made me his district secretary. And since then, I've worked the district. I've worked with PDG, Joe Team, PDG, Patrick Obaf, and of course, this year, DG Alex has appointed me to become the district governance and ethics chair, which is the very first committee for this district. I am very, very humbled. I'm very delighted. It's been a great experience for the last 10 years. And I want to give you my assurance that I'm going to undertake this job with my best effort and put my best foot forward. I thank you all for your support, and actually I look forward to great support from everybody, all the Rotarians, for us to take our district to the next level. Thank you, Asante. Asante.
Wow. All protocols observed. Friends and family of Rotary, my fellow Rotaractors, afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is DRRE Lydia Lucera. I would like to appreciate DRR George for the amazing work he has done this year. Appreciate him. Thank you so much for the guidance. Thank you for mentoring me. Thank you so much. I would also like to thank Rotaractors for voting for me, for electing me to be your DRR this year. Thank you so much. I would also want to thank my dad for being here. Medical treatment. Thank you so much for being here. So, my year as DRR, or the game plan for 2022-2023, is I have 4 main agendas. One of them is transparency and accountability. The second one is elevation of Rotaract. Third is strengthening Rotaract in South Sudan. And giving to the foundation. So, yes, please allow me to explain how we're going to do this. Rotaract clubs have been doing so well this year, and we do not take it for granted. But we would like to work on our transparency and accountability this year. So the district team is going to work on ensuring that all clubs have bank accounts, and there's proper reporting. So that is transparency and accountability. On elevation of Rotaract, we have been elevated for the last 3 years, but this is now coming to play for us. So with great power comes great responsibility. So the changes that are coming are, one, we have to pay dues to Rotary International. And now that you're paying dues to Rotary International, it means that we have benefits. We are equal partners with Rotarians, right? We are equal partners with you. I think we should be appreciated for that. We are no longer a program for Rotary, but equal partner. So this coming year, as Rotaract is now elevated, like we say, with great power comes great responsibility. So once this happens, we get access to grants. And this access to grants, how are we going to get these grants? We have to give to the foundation. So my fellow Rotaractors, mine is just to urge you to increase your giving to the foundation. Increase your giving to the foundation. This district has Kenya, Ethiopia, Eritrea, and South Sudan. But we've been focusing mostly on Kenya and South Sudan. We only have, Kenya and Ethiopia, We only have two Rotaract clubs in South Sudan. So when I say we want to strengthen Rotaract in South Sudan, we are looking at a transitioning program for them. So how are we going to do this? These clubs are institution-based clubs. So we are looking at chartering at least one community-based club in South Sudan. So this is going to help in transition. And finally, if you look around, there's one thing that is very, very unique this coming year. Who can guess? Who run the world? So this year, we can see that there is diversity, equity, and inclusion. So the RI president is a female. So the DG elect is female. DRRE is female. DRR nominee. Okay, this is diversity, equity, and inclusion. Who run the world? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Imagine Rotary and let us march together.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for DRRE. Lydia, as she leaves the stage. One round of applause for DRRE, Lydia Lekera. Very eloquent speech, 4-point agenda, lovely. It is my honor to welcome back the DG, Alex Nyaga, to please come up on stage. And in this time, your role is to welcome the DGE, also to share RI theme for 2022-2023. And then we will be making an announcement for next year's DCA and have the closing remarks from the Rotary and Rotaract DCA chairs for this year. But for now, Bwana DG, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. DRRE, Lydia Lekera, I honor you, and I will wish to offer my support to you during your year with One Love, for sure. Now, when I came up last stage, I said we are this close to having lunch. So we are still this close. Just kindly indulge us in the next few minutes, you should be done. Well, the lady I'm going to introduce to you this afternoon is a lady that has traversed this entire district and gotten to interact with every Rotarian, every Rotaractor very intentionally. And she's none other than our district governor-elect, Azeb Azrat Alemariam. Azeb comes from the Rotary Club of Addis Ababa West. Where is Addis Ababa West? Can I hear some? She's a full-time volunteer, and when she'll be serving as a district governor, she's gonna be fully into Rotary, serving to change lives, and now imagining Rotary at the same time. Azeb has had an exemplary career in the world of NGOs, and she served as a past president of this club in Addis Ababa West in the year 2017-2018, and Rotary Ethiopia country office in 2018-2019. Azeb is a major donor to the foundation and a benefactor. Due to her professional and personal interess, Azeb has traveled extensively across the globe engaging with Rotary. She's attended a number of Rotary International Conventions, Rotary District Conferences, and the Fast Africa Summits that was held in Marrakesh. Azeb holds a bachelor's degree in Personnel Management and Administrative Sciences from the Addis Ababa University, and has attained various professional skill qualifications in monitoring and evaluation, humanitarian coordination, conflict resolution and reconciliation, and project management, skills at which definitely a governor will require when running this district. She recently completed a peace ambassador training with the Institute of Economics and Peace and has become an IEP peace ambassador. She's happily married to this fine gentleman, Getty Haile, for 42 years. And they have 3 beautiful children, one of whom is the best dressed couple in this room this afternoon. And they are blessed with 5 grandchildren. Azeb loves learning, reading, sharing her experiences, meeting people, and appreciating others' cultures. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give it up and welcome on stage DGE Azeb Azrat Haile Mariam.
well, I'm going to read a speech, but that speech is going to be during lunch there. So that will be my acceptance speech, but I just want to present to you, please. You're going to begin? Okay. Okay. So first and foremost, I would like to express my gratitude to the Almighty for getting us together after a storm of 2 years because of the pandemic. So this is really great, to come together physically in order, to interact and get to know each other. So, my dear DG Alex, I congratulate you from my heart and your esteemed team. Where is Paula? Paula! There must be a very strong woman to have a successful journey. So please come. Please. Alex, you really made this convention or conference a joyful one so that we can relax, we can interact, and we can really be happy. What else? The Rotary family is always, I'm appreciative of them because this is a family, this is a family. I mean, wherever you turn your face, there is a family. That is something that we need to understand. Dear Rotary International Director Elizabeth, as you come as a Rotary International personal representative to our district, especially when I'm taking over this other challenge in my life, it is a pleasure to have you. And our gratitude to you and to your husband, Bill. Thank you so much. Outgoing DRR George, past district governors, current and incoming district officials, past district Rotaract representatives, incoming district Rotaract representative Lydia Luquera. Congratulations. Past, current, and incoming presidents, past, current, and incoming country chairs, fellow Rotarians, Rotaractors, Interactors, and distinguished guests. As we are about to conclude a very dynamic year of Rotary with an evolving team set to change lives, what is ahead of us, which is Rotary, Imagine Rotary. Imagine Rotary carries with it a lot of good things. First of all, if Rotary was not there, we wouldn't have been able to eradicate polio. Secondly, if Rotary was not there, we wouldn't be able to get water and hygiene and other services to our communities we support. Health issues, bring environment. I mean, yesterday I was really flabbergasted by that little girl of 11, what she did for our environment. So we have to pay homage for such individuals who are always with us and who are always next to nature so that we can live happily. So I promise her that I'm going to walk with her. It's not only the talk, but we will walk with her. So, my DG Alex, I'm not going to compete with you. I'm going to walk with you. Yes. And I'm going to walk with every single senior Rotarians who are here, the pretty decent guys. And I'm going to Gita. The first time we met was at the DTTS in Nairobi. That was the first time she saw me. And she said that you are Governor Material. I said, who is Governor? I didn't even know the whole hierarchy of Rotary. I said, no. When I retired after 28 years UN service, I took early retirement to come back home and give to my people. So I did not want any position. I did not want any employment. I said I'm going to share my pension and live with my people. That is what I am for the past 10 years. Come June, after retirement, come June, it will be 10 years, full 10 years that I've been a full-time volunteer for Rotary. And I don't regret it. I'm so happy with it. So today, when I want to share with you briefly, because I don't want to take you into the details of my planning, because I've done it already on DTTS, on heads, on the assembly as well. And it has been already, the plan has been almost 100% endorsed. So piece by piece, we will talk about all the plans to make sure that we implement them according to plan. So today, I'm not going to bore you with that. But I want to share with you the district vision. The district vision is to maximize the Rotary value that exceeds Rotarians' expectations, inspire membership, and attract new members. This can be achieved by ensuring quality leadership that embraces diversity, equity, and inclusion. So, this being the case, our team for the district was designed after a lot of thought, because my husband and I had COVID, but it was not a bad COVID. And the well-dressed couple, where are they? Please come here, come here. This is my firstborn, Diani highway, and Monica Hernandez, who are here just to celebrate from Sri Lanka. So they invited us to go to Sri Lanka. All my plans were done in Sri Lanka. I was sitting, working, talking to all the different governors, picking on their brains to say that what worked well, what didn't work well, what do you think is your regret? You want me to jump in and do? So they were very, very open and clear about it. So my DJ Alex and DJ Leonard, I never separated from them. Because I feel Rotary is a family. No. Unless we work together, we would not be able to move forward. So everyone was indoors because of COVID. Everyone was sort of, for themselves. They were inside. So when I think about it, I hope this COVID will go and every one of us will come to march together. So when I had that team in me, the thinking is, if you can you see the team there? Yeah. The whole idea of having this team was, first of all, I want us to be diverse, inclusive, and equitable. So the 4 countries you see is there. It's Eritrea, Ethiopia, Kenya, and South Sudan. The 4. And we are upholding the service above service. Ideas of service. So with that harmony, I wanted to drop a little bit of the Ethiopian culture there. Because since I'm the first Ethiopian district governor for the district. At the same time, since my sister has left, has already divided the district and some districts are born. We have a district, and I am the first female district governor. So I thought maybe let me bring a little bit of spice from Ethiopia, and I put this, as you can see, it's called in Amharic, Eber. Eber means wisdom. So let's move together with wisdom. That was the whole idea. So now, we're not going to leave anybody behind. That person could be supportive or not supportive. It doesn't matter. This is Rotary. We move together and we march together. So this, I give you this quote, and this afternoon you listen more about me and my journey with the acceptance speech. So thank you very much, everyone. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Now I would like to introduce to you, knowing that everyone would like to come to Ethiopia next year. It's going to be Ethiopia. So I would like to introduce to you the district convention chair, DCA chair, Samra Mogas from the Rotary Club of Addis Ababa West. She's my right hand, and we are going to wait for you in an elaborated program. So she's going to introduce the DCA 2023, and I will just not take time because I know everyone is tired. So I'll just
Round of applause for DCE Azam.
observant, on behalf of our district governor-elect, very, very soon to be District Governor Alef Assad, and Rotary Ethiopia, I humbly invite you to the origin of mankind you all come from. The origin of coffee aroma, and of course, the land of the Queen of Sheba. Ethiopia offers from the highest to the lowest, from the Russian to the hottest place on earth after Adli, and of course, the historical. That makes my country unique. I humbly request you to register for a lifetime experience that you are going to cherish for the rest of your life. The district conference will take place from May 11 to May 14 at the capital of Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. It is not only visiting Ethiopia. Don't you want to be 7 years younger by coming to Ethiopia? Let us watch a video at least that how the conference is going to take place.
My fellow Rotarians, families and guests, as we progress in the 2022-23 Imagine Rotary Journey, I'd like to cordially welcome you to the 98th District Convention and Assembly that will take place in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, from May 11 to 14, 2023. Ethiopia, known for its 30 months of sunshine and for being the cradle of mankind, is a land of unique tradition and culture, deeply rooted in centers of practice. We want all of you to enjoy the warm Ethiopian hospitality with varied opportunities that span from its emerging economy, opening for external investments, to linking young entrepreneurs across the continent and beyond. The 2023 DCA will also offer the possibility of showing you around the historical and modern attractions in and outside of the capital. Lalibela, known for its breathtaking rock-hewn church, not only creating a wow moment, but showcases the wonders of Ethiopia's architectural history. The obelisk of Aksum, the castle in Gondar Basilicas, and other tourist sites that will certainly push you to go deeper in your understanding of Ethiopia's rich history, culture, and tradition. All of these experiences will be that much more flavorful with the mouth-watering Ethiopian food and coffee. The 2023 Rotary Journey in District 9212, which covers Eritrea, Ethiopia, Kenya, and South Sudan, will highlight the importance of female and young leadership to ensure diversity, equity, and inclusion. Nothing more for me to say except join in and let's march together as we journey towards Imagine Rotary.
My fellow Rotarians, let us join in unity and support our first female district governor to be in District 9212. Information. Thank you.
Bye.
ticket just now. Hold on. Just now, as we talk. Because, what are the dates? I can't wait. This is why we have to induct me next week. Because I have to go to Ethiopia next year. Alright, very exciting. Very exciting. We're about to go for lunch. I'm not going to stand between you and your lunch. We're just going to have closing remarks by the DCA chairs, Rotary and Rotaractors for 2022, and then the announcements, and then we'll go for lunch. However, please come for lunch, because that's when we're doing the handing over of the chains of office. We're doing the inauguration ceremonies as well, and the Ethiopians are ready to share. We'll bring some bread and some coffee with us before we go for our concert tonight. I'd like to introduce DCA chair, but before I do that, I have 2 more tickets to give away. And this one is for Ruth Jit Barak, Rotaractors Club of Wadi Yamado. Where are you? Ruth? Oh, there she is at the back. Oh, you look beautiful. Wonderful, fantastic. You get a ticket, JKIA, to the Masai Mara. She's been a Rotaractor for 8 months. Please make use of that ticket, which means you have to come back. The last one I'm going to give away is from a gentleman from the Rotary, the only gentleman we've given, by the way, for Blessed Blessed. It's not the SA, it's not the chief, but the Rotary Club of Naivasha is represented by this 12-year Rotarian, Mr. Billy Mungai. Where are you? Mr. Billy Mungai. Oh, there he is at the back. Well done, Billy. Billy was responsible for the wonderful flag ceremony that we saw yesterday. Well done. You get tickets, JKIA, to Zoom City. So you can go have some fish by the lakeside. It was only a few weeks ago that I got to meet this lady. And it's amazing how you meet a kindred spirit, and you know you're going to be friends for a very, very long time. When I was introduced to her, I just had a call from Chico. I didn't know why. But wait, she is Tara. Tara. It's not just the Chipotle. She is Tara. She looks at everything at least 3 times. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the DCA chair, Triple A, as she comes and gives her final remarks. I think she done a wonderful job. Let's celebrate this lady.
Thank you very much, Mani. I know I'm standing between us and lunch, so I'll try and be very quick for those who can bear with us. My duty this afternoon is to read us the conference on the assembly resolutions and to pass a vote of thanks to all those who have been a part of this amazing 3 days and are going to be a part of this evening and the afternoon. So I will read the resolutions, and at the end of it, I will ask that we pass them so that you can hand them over to the Ripper to take with her back to Rotary International as a record of her presence here and the fact that we did hold a district conference in District 912. So I will start. We, the members of District 9212 of Rotary International, following in-person conference meetings held on the 12th to the 15th of May at Neptune Hotel, Diani, propose the following resolutions for adoption by the members. 1. We'd like to thank Rotary International President Sheikha Mehta for appointing RI Director Elizabeth Usovic as his personal representative to this conference. Second, we thank the RI Director Elizabeth and her husband Dee for accepting to grace our conference and finding time to attend and address the conference here at the Neptune Conference Center. We'd like to thank His Excellency the Governor of Kwale County, Salim Buria, for his address to the delegates at the opening yesterday, welcoming us officially to Diani and thanking Rotarians for the partnerships in the county of Kwale in community development. Fourth, we thank all our wonderful speakers and panelists who took their time to speak to us at the conference. We had our keynote speaker, Abel Butua, yesterday, who shared on bold and useful leadership to tackle Africa's challenges today, and the inspiring story of Burkina Faso's former president, Thomas Sankara. We thank also our amazing panelists who joined him, Brenda Bathi, who is the president of GE Africa, Ambassador Dennis Awori, who is the chairman and country delegate, CFAO Kenya, Charles Mudiwa, the chief executive, Stanbic Bank, Caroline Kendi, the head of brand and marketing communications at Safaricom, and our moderator, the powerful Carol Karaoke, who is the CEO of KEPSA, for sharing on their various experiences on leadership. Fifth, we'd like to thank Toastmaster Connie and Rotarian Basi Masila for delivering some very impactful breakout sessions for our delegates yesterday. Sixth, we'd like to thank Eliana Gidai, Africa's youngest climate change ambassador, for showing us that technology is a great collaborator to conservation. Seventh, we thank the RFE team from Germany for the partnership in Rarieda and for being a part of the celebrations we have had here in Diani. And welcome back to Kenya. We'd also like to thank Dr. Mariana Zah, who has traveled to be with us all the way from Egypt to join us for the conference and for delivering a very powerful message on women in leadership. We'd like to thank our various sponsors, starting with Canary Card, Stanbic Bank, the Standard Media Group, KCB Bank, Safaricom, KEPSA, Parapet, Protel Studios, Kenya Breweries Limited, Elgon Kenya, Leisure Lord Resort, Coca-Cola, and the numerous partners including Fly 748, Kenya Airways, Safari Link, Skyward Express, Joyriders Kenya, Diani Cycling Group, Liberty Kenya, Wilken Group, Petty Tours, Karibu Taxis, Events and Promotions, Swahili Beach Resort, Baobab Beach Resort, and Neptune Hotels, which are our conference location, for supporting and sponsoring the 97th edition of the Rotary District Conference. Number 10, we'd like to thank our District Governor, Alex Nyaga, for your guidance and exemplary zeal throughout this Rotary year. You have ignited in all of us the spirit to do more and to reach more, while keeping it one love. You have been our friend, you have been our leader, and you have shaped the district for the future. Could we give a rousing applause to our district? We'd also like to thank all the delegates that attended the 3 days of the conference, both from our district and those who came from other districts. We really would like to thank you for your patience, for your constructive criticism, and your kind words and gestures to the team as we worked collaboratively to make sure that the sessions were truly a one-of-a-kind conference. 12, we'd like to thank especially our Masters of Ceremonies. And I'd like to call Rotarian Jerry Diani and Amani Maranga up here. We really want to thank them for bringing energy and a spirit of love to this conference. And of course for teaching us the one-legged dance. I would like to request the District Governor to please come and present these two amazing people with our token of appreciation for having guided us through the conference for the 2 days. So thank you very much, Jerry, for your support. Jerry is a new Rotarian at the Rotary Club of Nairobi Connect, and she accepted your MC at very, very short notice. So we really thank her. We really Amani Maranga. Amani, thank you very much for taking your time to do a lot of work to find out what Rotary does to be able to deliver your work today. We are grateful and we are happy that from here on, you will be a part of us on this side of Rotary. Thank you very much.
Everybody's dancing one leg. If you go to the club, if you go to the church, everybody one leg. America one leg. Africa one leg.
So we have only 2 other resolutions to make. So the 13th resolution of the conference is we'd like to thank the numerous Rotary and Rotaract volunteers who have given up their time and resources to support the organization of this conference and the execution of the arrangements that have been made by the team. We have had a lot of volunteers. I can't mention all of them. You saw some of them at registration. Some of them are running around here. They are not members of the committee, but they offered to help because they came and they saw a gap and they said, I want to serve around myself. Let's give a hand to all those volunteers. And finally, I would like to give a very special one love thanks to the 2021-2022 District Conference of Assembly Committee. And I'm going to ask those who are here to please come back on stage because these guys have been amazing. None of what you see here or you have seen yesterday or the night before would have happened if it wasn't for the people who will see on the stage and those who have met. These guys have not slept for many